KT News.
The 12th Parliament currently boasts of having 3 elected legislators from the Asian origin after their constituents defied all odds, including their cultural beliefs, to elect them to Parliament. And since President Uhuru Kenyatta gazetted the recognition of Kenyans of Indian descent as the 44th tribe in Kenya, members of the Asian origin have not shied away from actively being involved in the country's politics, as the number of those elected both at Parliament and the county assemblies increase after every election year. Our senior political affairs reporter Chris Tairu spoke to the current legislators of the Asian origin on the challenges they have to endure during the campaign period.
The history of Kenyans of Asian descent goes way back to 1895, when they migrated into the country following the creation of the British East Africa Protectorate, which had strong links with Bombay, India. Over the decades, their population has increased significantly. From being renowned for their expertise in building the railway line to their assimilation into the country, the community is known for its business acumen. This led to President Uhuru Kenyatta gazetting them as the 44th tribe in Kenya. And with that, Kenyans of Asian origin have seemingly become more interested in the country's political affairs, even running for office. The latest entrant into the murky waters of politics is Keses Member of Parliament, Dr. Swarup Mishra, who made history as the first non-Kalenjin to be elected to Parliament in the county of Uasin Gishu in the 2017 general election. Dr. Mishra arrived in Kenya back in 1997. Fresh from Rajasthan University, where he studied gynecology, he had landed a job to teach medicine at Moi University.
Eldoret town was a small town that time with 450,000 people population, and with 2-3 theaters, 22 consultants, no MRI, no CT. We worked in Mumbai in India and worked in Ireland, Dublin and Germany. So that made us really very discouraged to stay and continue professionally.
22 years later, and Dr. Mishra never looked back. He has been integrated into the community, even earning a Kalenjin name, Kiprop, a name that was reportedly given to him by former Baringo Kanu chairman, the late Joel Belgut, 20 years ago. He says politics has not been easy.
When I was beaten early morning, it was not in a good touch. But there are 2 things happened there. I was punched, I was pushed, then I was taken upstairs by my supporters' view. But there are 250 youths who are there.
Dr. Mishra is among the 3 legislators of Asian origin serving in the 12th Parliament. Imenti North MP Rahim Dawood, who is serving his 2nd term in office, was lucky to have been born in the county of Meru. He says that has not made things easier for him. He was first elected as a councillor in 2007.
Practically, we've lived all our lives there, 3 generations. But there is always a bias that you do not belong to that community. So I overcame it through the good work I was doing.
In 2 consecutive parliamentary elections, Dawood managed to floor his competitors, who are locals, some of who have held other powerful positions in government, including the former Interior Principal Secretary, Mutea Iringo.
I think what made me stand out from all the other candidates is that I do not belong to any clan or Muirega, the way they call it in Kimeru, Muirega, and I belong to all Muirega.
Kisumu Town East MP Shakil Shabir, who was born in Kisumu Town, has earned his political capital, having been elected to serve his 3rd term on an independent ticket after being bundled out of the ODM party primaries.
And Kisumu East has very different dimensions. The way you approach a problem, the way is in Kondele, which is the hotspot of Kenyan politics, Luo politics, is very different from the way you might want to deal with it on the upper echelons of Kajulu, which our farming community have a different mindset.
And despite the challenges that they still face in their respective constituencies, these leaders are determined to soar to even greater heights.
In my biological life, if I have done one decision great, by the grace of God, by decision coming to Africa and to Kenya, and that to Eldoret.
I have proposed to become a jury cheke, but I was advised by the chairman and the secretary general that as per the traditions, I cannot be a jury cheke, but I'm called Mwana Wanjuri.
Which name do they refer to?
Onyango Wanmogo.
Sorry?
Onyango Wanmogo.
What does it mean?
Onyango is a name and Wanmogo is the one with the unga.
Interestingly, Asians being involved in Kenyan politics goes way back to the 1960s. The legendary firebrand politician Piogama Pinto is arguably the most memorable one. Known for his leftist ideologies, Pinto was born in Kenya in 1927. He played an active role in campaigning for Independence Party KANU during the pre-independence elections in 1961, which KANU won. In 1963, Pinto was elected a member of the Central Legislative Assembly. Pinto was gunned down on February 25, 1965, becoming the first Kenyan politician to be assassinated. Others who have also served as legislators since independence include Sonia Birdi, who was nominated by the URP party, and Ishrad Sumra, who was elected as the Embakasi South MP in 2013 after several unsuccessful attempts. And as more Kenyans of Asian origin become interested in politics, there is no doubt that the number of elected Asian legislators will go up in the subsequent elections. Chris Dairu, KTN News.